Woke 1.0 is back in a little bit in a weird way. Because I saw that Odessa, what's her name? Odessa A'zion or something. She is like the ultimate fascination of every single person that wants to do like stan culture, but then also simultaneously think that they're doing activism. They were yelling at her quite a bit. I guess she got casted to play a role. Zion, because she's half Irish. Oh, Zion. Why is this lady named after U.S. foreign policy? I mean, okay, that's funny. But like everybody was really mad at her. We're talking about woke 1.0, right? There was the most woke 1.0 ass moment that I've ever seen. Apparently she got casted. She sold IDF merch. Yeah, brother, I don't give a shit, bro. Calm the down. Everybody, you guys literally have no, like your priorities are so out of whack. Yes, dude, she was doing a Depop thing with like an IDF merge. I know, I'm tapped in. It doesn't mean anything, okay? Calm down. I have no interest in like defending this person at all, but I cannot stand the way that the way that people operate, okay? Bigger fish to fry, please. You guys literally cannot like you can't lock in ever. You just go absolute nutty mode on certain people that you just like dial into, and you're like, this person is an op, this person is an enemy. It's like, this person is not your op. Okay, calm down. The reason they all a reflection of you, bruh. Yeah, no, totally. 61-month subscriber, fucking absolute dumbass who's been in here long enough to know that I constantly yell at my fucking audience to not do exactly this. You probably have been subscribing and funding the show specifically because you know I don't do this shit, and yet you still have to get your licks in as a funny moment. Okay, got it. Guys, that wasn't even the fucking point. Why do you hate Raul Kali so much? Wait, what? I don't. He's dope. The reason why I was bringing this up is because there's a Stan account. After it came out that Odessa A'zion, such a funny name. It's such a funny chosen name. Odessa A'zion was being cast for a role that was about like a Latina woman, okay? And she's not Latina at all. She's white, right? So people were very mad about it. It's Zion, not Ozion. Okay, whatever. I don't. That's how little I know about this shit. But even then, I do know a lot. Okay, so Zion. Fuck! I don't know. It doesn't matter. I can't even get this goddamn point across, man. What happened is, does anyone have the fucking stand account, the Odessa A'zion stand account take? Please, someone please send me this fucking link because it's the funniest shit I've seen. Don't send it. No, send it to me. Someone must have seen it. We all see the same shit. Someone must have seen it. Odessa A'zion joins the cast of Sean Durkin's Deep Cuts alongside Drew Starkey and Kaylee Spaney. Also, who are these people? God, I'm so fucking old. I don't know. There's just new people. They're inventing new people all the time. Odessa A'zion Daily says, we're here to state that we do not agree with this casting, specifically given the current political state of the U.S. As two Latina admins, we will be pausing this account's activity until further notice. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That's some straight, that's woke 1.0 shit right there. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay. In any case, they did this, and then she came out and was like, you guys, I've heard what you said. Odessa A'zion came out and said, I'm so sorry for being casted in this. I'm not going to do it. I'm dropping out of the project. You guys are right. So that's woke 1.0 shit right there. That's like that's a woke 1.0 ass victory. Shout out to my Flexicans out there. I don't get it. What you don't get is that the hyperfixation on celebrities and celebrity culture and like casting decisions is like a remnant of an early era of woke, an unvarnished type of woke that I personally consider to be somewhat unproductive. And if people get invested in like getting minor victories here and there like this, I feel like it has this softening effect where people just only hyper focus on areas of impact, and this is the only area that they feel powerful over. So then they fucking turn around and only hyper focus on this kind of like minutia that is utterly irrelevant. What is this, Raul? Would you ever go on stream? I know Haas is such a fan. Haas, so what you weren't counting on me was knowing Hassan. We've met multiple times and I have a lot of mutual friends. I can safely say that Haas is not such a fan. I'm not saying he dislikes me. I'm saying that he doesn't really know me or my work. I'm just a guy he says hello to at parties. He's absolutely not a fan. I'm a fan of his though. Stop lying. Wait, first of all, this is crazy. Why is this man calling me out all the time? I just followed him on Instagram recently too, because I want to have him on the fucking podcast. What the hell is going on here? What the fuck? God damn. Your autism ruins so many good stream moments. No, my lord, dude. The only TV Hasanabi watches is One Piece. Raul watches you, but you never remember him. He said, no, I know who he is, and I do remember him. I don't know why. God damn it. All right. Well, in any case, I am I'm working on we'll get Raul on the pod or on the stream too. Raul's too hot for Hassan. It's not like that, man. I think you guys are being crazy. Yeah, this is a woke 1.0 throwback. Yeah, Hank Azaria stepping down as the voice of Apu. I do want to also mention something. Like, I don't think this is a bad thing, right? I don't think this is a bad thing personally, okay? I just think that this is ultimately not progress. You know what I mean? 2018, this isn't new. No. Chatter brought this up as an example of like woke 1.0. I wouldn't say I don't want to fully like discourage people, but I do feel like this was a major point. Like this was a major pressure point for a lot of people, and I think the reason why a lot of people did this is because they just like had no impact elsewhere to make like material changes. So they hyper focused on stuff like this, you know? And it's just, you know, as long as there's like a robust movement, a robust labor movement that's like applying pressure to the Democrats, like this kind of stuff is utterly irrelevant, you know? And then we endlessly go back and forth on it where it's like, isn't it progress due to giving more career opportunities for those communities? Like when all those actors got mad at the actor who plays Tyrion. Like, that's what I mean. Now we're having a conversation. Sometimes things that are morally correct can still be somewhat irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, if that makes sense, right? That's what I mean. I think it's like on the one hand, I do think that representation matters. Like, and one of the greatest examples of this is like Twitch streaming and streaming in general was an industry that was mostly white, right? And then you see someone like iShowSpeed become one of the largest content creators in this fucking space, and what that is, what kind of impact that has for, you know, young black men all around the world is not something that I'm going to write off, right? I understand that. Like, I think that's a good thing. It's a positive thing overall. But I do think that a lot of people hyper focus just on this kind of stuff and think because this is the only area where they can have like some kind of aesthetic impact that they think like this is it, right? You just lost a major ton of points with my libbed up ex. She literally used to watch movies based on how woke the casting was. Yeah, I don't know how people operate like that, right? Like, I just find that to be strange. No hate, but why bring it up on stream? Well, the reason why I brought it up on stream is because like this is woke 1.0. This was like a woke 1.0 relic. And there is a woke 2.0 relic that is you know, coming out in the same way. That's all it is. Shout out Dark Winds for having great representation in their show. Like, I don't know. I'm more so invested in like doing or trying to build a movement that will claw back material security and power for every single underserved and marginalized community, rather than just like getting this kind of like aesthetic movement in the moving the needle in the appropriate direction that has like this almost sedating, neutering impact. The reason to bring it up is to motivate chatters who are easily misled to target more meaningful and valuable change. The things that are more impactful are not getting like 40-year-old series recast. Yeah, that's it. Because like, I do think Hollywood does this so well. Like, Hollywood liberalism is so fucking good at this shit where they'll be like, we see you, we hear you, and it's time to make changes. And then everybody goes, yeah, we did it. Like, we did it. And it's like, okay. I think it's impactful for people to see representation in the media, but that Hollywood isn't beholden to their audience, so it's usually never tackling systemic issues. Yeah, I guess like for me, here, I'll tell you like this, okay? I'm a white guy, but I also happen to be Muslim, right? And that's something that people keep fucking bringing up all the goddamn time when they talk about my political commentary. Now, if it was all white Christian people, like, I don't know, playing fucking Turkish people in all of these TV shows, but then we didn't give a fuck about that, but instead we actually scaled back American atrocities in the region, I would take the scaling back of the American atrocities in the region over the other thing. And it's not a zero-sum game regardless, right? But it's just like utterly irrelevant in terms of in the grand scheme of things, it's utterly irrelevant as opposed to like, you know, as opposed to the things that truly do matter, right? And before people say we can have both, I agree. It's just I hope people don't. I hope people don't just like delude themselves into thinking that they're doing productive activism in this way, and it turns into it loops back into like corporations basically saying, "Oh, we see you, we hear you," and that's what you should focus on.